Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the Cynthia's Garchomp EX deck that recently took 9th place in an online tournament. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do run 4 copies of the Cynthia's Gible, the 4 copies of Cynthia's Gabite. It does have a really good ability of the Champion's Call, where once during your turn you can search out your deck for a Cynthia's Pokemon and put it into your hand. As well as we do have the 3 copies of the Cynthia's Garchomp EX. This will be our main attacker for this deck. And then we do have 2 really powerful attacks. With the Corkscrew Dive, we can do 100 base damage and then draw until we have 6 cards in our hand. As well as we do have the Draconic Buster for the 260 base damage and then discard all energies from this Pokemon. And it's really also good that it does have a 0 retreat cost, so it's really easy to get this Pokemon out of the active and switch it into something else. And to help us bump up that damage with the Draconic Buster to take big one-hit KOs, we do run a 3-3 line of the Cynthia's Roselia and the Cynthia's Roserade for that Cheer On to Victory ability, where attacks used by your Cynthia's Pokemon do 30 extra damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And what's good about the ability is that it does stack up. If we get all 3 of these into play, that's an extra 90 more damage that we can do with the Cynthia's Garchomp EX. And then lastly, we do run the 2 copies of the Munkidori here for the Adrenabrain ability. Once during your turn, if we have a Dark Energy attached to Munkidori, we can move over 3 damage counters from one of our Pokemon over to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then moving on to our trainer cards. For our stadium cards, we have the 2 copies of Artazon, where once during each player's turn, they can search out their deck for a basic Pokemon with no rule box and put it onto their bench. And then for our supporter cards, we have the 4 copies of Arven, really good for searching out an item card and a tool card. The 3 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 3 copies of Crispin, where you can search out your deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types and then attach one to a Pokemon and then put the other one into your hand. And then lastly, we have the 4 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then for the tool cards, we run all 4 copies of the Cynthia's Power Weight. We can have this attached to a Cynthia's Pokemon to get an extra 70 more HP. So if we put this onto the Garchomp, we'll have 400 HP on the Cynthia's Garchomp. And then lastly, for our tool cards, we have the 2 copies of the TM Evolution. Ideally, we do want to go second on the first game, on the first turn of the game, so that we can use this Pokemon tool card to quickly evolve up 2 of our benched Pokemon. And then for our energy cards, we have the 2 copies of Luminous Energy. For our Ace spec, it will be a special energy. It will be the Neo Upper Energy, which will provide 2 energies of every type to a Stage 2 Pokemon only. And then for our basic energy cards, we have the 3 copies of Dark Energy for Munkidori, as well as the 4 Fighting Energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. Ooh, we do got a mulligan. So yeah, we won the coin toss, we decided to go second, and we took at least 1 mulligan. And the Garchomp is revealed in the mulligan, so they definitely know what they're going up against here. Wow, talking about not a great start. But yeah, it looks like it was just 1 mulligan for us. What are the odds of all the basic Pokemon we run, we get Spiritomb? And we only run 1 copy of the Spiritomb. We run like 4 Gible, the 3 Roselia, and like 2 Munkidori. Looks like they didn't do anything. Cynthia's Power Weight. I think we're just gonna go for Iono. It looks like they probably have a bad turn 1 also. Yeah, I guess let's put Gibles down and then turn. Looks like there's gonna be some kind of a poison donk deck maybe. Either United Wings or maybe just Petrant, Munkidori, Spike Move Gym. So it looks like there's more in these Grimmsnarl then. There's Impidimp. So it looks like that Iono helped them out quite a lot. And then they use Iono. So I guess they kind of return us the favor. And then let's pick up Arven. Yeah, we're just gonna get the Buddy Poffin to discard it with the Earthen Vessel. I'm thinking fighting. So yeah, pretty decent turn, I would say. Hopefully they don't Iono us. We only have 3 cards in our hand. I hope not. Because we're kind of banking to keep the Neo Upper Energy. They use Spike Move Gym, so Morgrim, I believe, will be the stage 1 that they search out here. Unless they have Rare Candy, they can just jump right into Marnie's Grimmsnarl. No, they get just another Impidimp, so I don't see them really taking off on this turn. And they play the Arven. Ooh, interesting. They get Secret Box here, so they do reveal their Ace Spec card here. They're gonna use it. And I won't be surprised if they probably get Rare Candy for the item. So they're going to be able to search out 4 cards after discarding those 3. What did they discard? Mochi, Jungle, and Dark Energy. Yeah, they do search out the Rare Candy. Really no surprises there. Now, do they have a way to retreat out of the Brute Bonnet? Because you definitely don't want Brute Bonnet in the front if you want to attack, and it has a 3 retreat cost. So they're going to either need a Switch. Did they search out Switch? Because I know they already got Rare Candy. They got Rescue Board. Research and Perilous Jungle, as well as the Rare Candy. Yeah, I feel like they're probably going to pass here. Okay, I'm not sure what's taking them so long to pass. Like, clearly they don't have the retreat option. Okay, they end their turn. They ended their turn. Yeah, now let's get another Roselia. Yeah, let's get rid of Spike Move Gym. Yeah, not enough damage to knock them out. We go for the 160. So yeah, they used the Artazon to search out a basic non-rule box Pokemon. Probably gonna just be another Impidimp or something. No, it's wrong. It's a Pecharunt. So they put Rescue Board on it. So it doesn't look like they got a switching option here. Like, it can be kind of tough to draw one, especially if they have the Brute Bonnet stuck here in the active. A Nest Ball. It's gonna be for Pheasantipity? No. Oh, actually, they do have their switching option now. They got the Pecharunt EX. And Perilous Jungle. Yeah, they're definitely taking a while to think out these turns. Adrenabrain. All I know is that if they go into the Morning's Grimmsnarl, I feel like we might as well just knock it out with the Draconic Buster. They do Gust us here, which is interesting. Maybe they're getting rid of the Roserade. Because they can basically one-hit KO anything except the Garchomps. Cynthia Spiritomb. Okay, I guess they want to knock that out then. So yeah, I believe we do way more than enough. Yeah, we do 320 here. So I'm gonna get Munkidori. Get rid of the Perilous Jungle. And maybe let's get Crispin. Take the Dark Energy into our hand and put Fighting on Garchomp. Yeah, let's go for the 320. So we pick up Gabite and TM Evolution. A pretty bad pickup for the prize cards. Yeah, I couldn't believe we can't find a single Cynthia's power weight with 4 of them in the deck. It's pretty insane when you think about it. Like all we've seen are the TM evolutions, and none of the power weights in the discard, of course. So they Nest Ball, maybe Pheasantipede. No, another Munkidori. Ooh, they got Research. Not too bad. Oh wow, are they taking a while for this? Did they attach energy for turn? No, they did not, so... They still have the Adrenabrain, I believe. Move the 3 damage counters. Up, they Night Stretcher. So they're probably gonna get Dark Energy. So they're gonna move over 60 damage to us. But yeah, it feels like at the rate they're playing at, they're just gonna like use every minute on the clock. They're just gonna go down to 0 minutes for this game. They moved the Dark Energy over. And they are building up energies on the Petron EX here. And I don't know why they're playing the damage counters from Garchomp. We have a free retreat cost. They attach 2 TM evolutions to their Pokemon. They still have to use the poison. Yeah, they still have to use the Toxic Powder. And that'd be probably the last thing they do for their turn. Yeah, there's a Toxic Powder. Gabite. Yeah, let's go for 320. And I don't think we get to draw cards actually, because we already got like 6 or more cards. Let's see what we get. Fighting Energy. Wow, not a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna just go into the Morgrim. Yeah, they do go into Morgrim here. See, they Nest Ball. Pheasantipede, maybe? No, another Pecharunt. So yeah, no, I kind of felt like this deck kind of fell apart for them. Okay, they actually had the Grimmsnarl in hand. They didn't have to Night Stretcher or even search it out. Ability gets activated, so they're going to get up to 5 Dark Energies searched out for free, basically, assuming they're in the deck. Yeah, they just get 1. Because yeah, that's only Morny's Pokemon they got in play. And I can't believe this is still all this far into the game without a single Cynthia's Power Weight, and we run all 4 of them. And only 22 cards in the deck. Nothing really too good in our hand. Yeah, they're gonna just like use every last minute here. Toxic Powder. Okay, there's a Shadow Bullet. Pretty sure they did everything. They're definitely taking advantage of our full bench here. Wow, still nothing. Let's go for the 320. Okay, there has to be something here worthwhile that was prized. Roserade and Night Stretcher, not really, that's kind of bad. So we only seen 3 supporter cards in the deck, even though we run 3 bosses, I believe. Not a single boss. They go into Petron, so chances are... I feel like they're gonna knock out maybe both Garchomps this turn. Maybe. I feel like we did pretty decently well considering not a single Power Weight was found in the deck. No bosses were found. So it's not like we really had gusting options or ways to maximize our HP. Let's see, they got another Munkidori, so they might be able to move 90 damage if they attach to Munkidori. But if they attach to Munkidori, they can't attack with Petron, so there's that. So yeah, with all things considered, I think we did good. Yeah, they just end up conceding here. Wow, what are the odds? Of all the basic Pokemon, we get Spiritomb to open. They mulligan. Okay, they're gonna be an interesting deck here. So we won the coin toss, we decided to go second, had them go first. They took at least 2 mulligans. And it looks like they have the Gabite from Paldea Evolved. So this looks like there's going to be a huge disruption deck. They already got Handheld Fan on the Chingling. They got the let's see. Completely forgotten that this was in Paldea Evolved. Let's see, let's Arven. And we'll just go for the TM evolution here, get 2 Gabites. Let's see, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Pretty bad. And I use the Iono. See, they got the Gonorita or Gofarita. Nargatel. No, Gapia. Okay, they discard a Dark Energy. That's kind of okay because you can always Super Rod that back. I don't know, I think we're just gonna do one Roselia. I feel like we're not gonna really need a lot of firepower here, to say the least. Let's get Earthen Vessel, TM Evolution. And yeah, let's go for the Corkscrew Dive. Get to draw some cards as well. So we pick up Boss's Orders. We go into Fezandipity. So yeah, this looks like some kind of a control deck. What does the Gatel do again? Let's take a look at that mulligan because it did show up there. Read the stars. Once during your turn, you can look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Put one of them in. Let's see. Okay, they use Machinations here. So we're going to get rid of the 2 Roserade, Gabite. Even it is a tough choice. Guess we'll just give up Night Stretcher. Yeah, good. They do search out the Gatel. So they just leave one card on top of the deck and put the other one on the bottom. What did they discard this time? No, they still use it. Dark Energy. Let's see another Power Weight. Champion's Call for, I don't know, Roserade. I don't know, I kind of want to gust up the Fezandipity. I don't want them drawing cards, honestly. Let's do 260 here, and we'll draw 5 here. Wow, this second boss was prized. Pretty crazy. So let's see, they go back into Chingling here. Night Stretcher. And yeah, they just get the Fezandipity right back. Okay, more shenanigans here. What does this card even do again? I think we each flip a coin. Yeah, we flip a coin also, and we get tails. So I think we have a penalty. We only draw 3. Yeah. I go for Read the Stars. So yeah, I get rid of the Iono. Kind of unfortunate that they used Iono. Crispin. I don't know, I guess let's play Crispin just to get cards out of the deck, maybe. And a Crispin was prized. So 2 bosses, a Crispin. Kind of unfortunate that such great cards were prized. They go into the Gatel. So what did they have? Psych out, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Kind of unfortunate we lost the 2 bosses to the bottom of the deck. So it makes it kind of tough to take this last 2 prize cards. We'll just have to take these single prizers that they give us. League headquarters, and there's the unfair stamp. I doubt we're gonna get anything good. Somehow we get the Neo Upper Energy back into our hand. Let's see, they go for flip the script. Read the stars again. Yeah, this is only an ability to use once per turn. Counter catcher. Into the Gabite. So they do knock us out and they get rid of our Neo Upper Energy. Pretty bad. That is just such bad luck on all ways. Damn. Yeah, we got nothing we can do even. Let's just pass. Yeah, I guess we'll just move damage out over to Toad School that they just put down. And let's Crispin. That's more than enough. Oh wow, we only do 100 damage. See, the Ultra Ball for the Toad Scroll, so that was pretty quick. Pretty quick, honestly. And they use Iono. So yeah, just a ton of hand disruption here. Oh, we finally get boss. So that basically changes everything. Unless they discard it. Actually, they could discard it with the Psych Out attack. That'd be twice in a row. Where they got the Neo Upper Energy and something else really good. Hopefully it's Super Rod. Yeah, it's boss, of course. Talking about really bad luck on those 2 turns. We could have won the game just on this turn if it wasn't for the boss being discarded. Iono. Yeah, pretty bad. I guess we'll just Super Rod. Fighting Energy. And a Dark Energy. See what we get. Arven. I go into Gatorita. Yeah, this game would have been like 10 times faster if we weren't just... They got just such lucky discards. The Neo Upper Energy, a boss. When they shuffled both of those bosses to the bottom of our deck. Flip the script. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. And our Gato. At least now we got a lot of cards in our hand. So if they discard something, it's not a big deal. See, there's reversal. Yeah, they still even get lucky on that one. They got rid of a Munkidori. Yeah, let's go for the Draconic Buster for the one-hit KO. Pretty crazy game, honestly. Last prize card was Buddy Poffin. There we go. So yeah, they won the coin toss and they decide to go second here. Looks like no mulligans from neither one of us. They have Pidgey. Yeah, I feel like we'll just pass here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to one-hit KO us next turn, so I feel like we're pretty safe attaching to the active. Looks like I got Team Rocket's Nidoking. Let's get Buddy Poffin, Team Evolution. So yeah, we're not quite ready to attack here. I get Pidgeotto and Nidorino. It is kind of unfortunate for them. We do have weakness on them because Nidoking is weak to fighting. So yeah, they basically just got their stage 1s down. And they gust us up here for Munkidori. And yeah, we'll just pass here. Okay, that's interesting. They get Pidgeot. It looks like they also had a pretty bad starting hand. I wonder if they're gonna go for the Iono here, or maybe research. Yeah, they do go for the research here. Looks like they were running a Mamoswine as well. Yeah, talking about really unlucky. This definitely does happen with stage 2 decks. They take a while to set up. Let's Champions call for Roselia. Just so that we can evolve up the one on the one that we have in our hand. Go to Garchomp. And yeah, I guess let's just go for the Corkscrew Dive, do the 100 damage. We draw 2 Iono. Not really what we need. Okay, they use Iono here. At least we still have the Gabite in play, so we can easily find Roserade. Yeah, there's Swinub, Ultra Ball. Okay, there's a Nidoking. So yeah, even with weakness, we won't be able to take him out with the first attack. Because even if we had all the Roselias, even if we had like 3 Roselias, I don't think we would be able to. Because that would be like, what, extra 90 damage? Well, actually, maybe. Perilous Jungle. Yeah, I feel like what we need here is the energy card. I believe we should have Earthen Vessel. Yes, it is in there. So yeah, let's use the Adrenabrain. And yeah, unfortunately for them, we're going to be able to KO them. 320. And the Adrenabrain does help us out here. Two prize cards. Okay, we got Roserade and Iono. They go into their Pidgeot. Yeah, they're basically done. Like, there's nothing they can do here. They do get Research, which is pretty lucky. Let's see, they put down Grand Tree. And I guess, yeah, that doesn't even work for them because they don't have the Piloswine in their deck. Either it's prized or, yeah, it's in the discard. So they probably only ran just one of the stage 1s. They rare candy for Mamoswine. So yeah, it's not like they had to lead with, or was it Nidoking? They could have led with Mamoswine instead. I don't know why they went for the Nidoking. Yeah, let's move damage counters over. And then I'm going to put down Artazon. It's not like there's anything we can really evolve up here. Yeah, let's go for the Draconic Buster. Luminous Energy and Power Weight. We didn't even get to the Neo Upper Energy and we're doing, yeah, and they just concede here. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.